Hello, let's move on to the next piece, sorting. Sorting is almost the most important application of an array. It's very often we need to save all many elements in an array. And to report the results, we need to sort the array. Suppose I would like to sort all the students' name by last name. It's sorting. Okay. One basic example, I would like to sort integer numbers in an array. Check what do we do here. Here I introduced one basic sorting method. It's called bubble sort. Actually, in computer science, you're gonna learn many sorting algorithms in this structure class and algorithm class. This class is the coding class. I will only cover very a few sorting algorithms. What's the idea of a bubble sort? The basic idea is we call it bubble sort. So we would like to bubble the highest elements to the top in the first iteration. The second iteration, I would like to bubble the second largest element to the second top of the array. Here I give an example. Suppose we have an array 5, 1, 3, 2, 4. In the first iteration, I would like to select the largest element in the whole array and move it to the right hand side. Check here. The very naive idea is we can just go ahead and compare the elements pair by pair. Suppose here I compare the first two elements. If 5 greater than 1, I swap them. Then I compare the next pair. If 5 greater than 3, I swap these two elements. Then let's move on to the next pair. Compare 5 to 2. 5 and 2, 5 greater than 2, so let's swap. The next loop, I compare 5 and 4, 5 greater than 4, so I swap. So 5's here. So which means after the first iteration, I got the largest element in the whole array and put it to the last slot of the array. Let's move on to the next iteration. In the next iteration, which means, hey, I already got the largest element here, right? So for the rest of the elements, for this sub-array, I would like to find out the largest element and move it to the right-hand side of the sub-array. Let's do the same thing. Compare the first two elements. Okay, 1 less than 3, we don't do anything. Okay, let's compare the second pair. 3 greater than 2, right? So let's swap. Then 3 greater than 4? No, so we don't do anything. And after that, after the second iteration, we can see 4. We put the number 4 here, right? So which means after the first two iterations, I got the largest element and the second largest element to the array. And we can repeat the whole process iteration by iteration. At the end, we can get a sorted array. Let's move on to the code. First one, as always, let's start with the main function. Inside the main function, I have a get array function. I pass the size 10, which means I would like to create an array with 10 elements. I called a display array function to display the whole array. Then I called a bubble sort. Look at here. Array, remember, array is a mutable variable. So if I pass an array to a function, if I make any changes inside the function, this array will be physically changed. Even we return from the function, it has been physically changed. So let's display this array again, so we can get display the sorted array. Okay, so check here. This function, I display the original array, and this and here I display the sorted array. Okay, we have learned the get array. We have learned the display array function, and let's focus on bubble sort. This bubble sort here, I take an array as the parameter, and I don't return anything. First one, I got a for loop. I'm using the outer for loop to represent iterations. So I give the value from 0 to length -1, which means if this array have the n elements, I'm gonna do n-1 iterations. That's enough. And for each iteration, I'm gonna do from 0 to length -I -1. What happened here? Okay, because I means how many, what's the size of the sub array I would like to sort. And the -1 means, check here, every time I compare pair by pair, right? The last piece is I compare the second last element and the last element, right? So that's why I don't have to go to the largest element and the element after that. That's the reason we just stopped here, not here. We do -1 for each iteration. So inside the for loop is easy. We just check, hey, if the element j greater than the element after it, if yes, I swap these two elements. If you still remember, that's how do we swap two elements, right? Okay, this is nothing special. Okay, we learned how to swap the two primitive variables before, right? Here we did exactly the same thing for elements in array. Okay, that's the bubble sort. After it, I give you guys the exercise 7.6c. First one, I would like you to open this link to study a new sort. It's called selection sort. Select sort. Please study how to use a selection sort. Actually, if you check your textbook, it's also the sorting algorithm the textbook was using. Okay, then generate a random array. Each element supposes a number between 1 and 10. Let's sort the array and display the sorted array. Okay, you can use this bubble sort algorithm as the template. Okay, thank you.